is Friday, November 19th of 2021, and it's a chilly, chilly day. But I'm carrying on here on Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of Guy's Daily Drive as I'm on my way to work on a chilly, chilly morning. 44 degrees right now. Burr cold. Though everything is relative. You know, in Florida, this would be parka with gloves and, you know, insulated shoes, and I mean, you're breaking out the Arctic gear for 44 degrees in Florida. While in Ohio, people are still walking around in shorts and a t-shirt going, "Oh, that's not so bad." I've experienced both, and that's kind of how that works. And I'm sure it's the same way in other parts of the U.S. where it gets really, really cold. 44 degrees. A lot of people look at 44 degrees as Indian summer. If it's 44 degrees in November, that's like, oh, well, hey, it's not beach weather, not by any means, but it's certainly nothing to get all excited about. Whereas in tropical areas, it's like, you're losing your mind because you're just not used to it. So, a couple things. My back still hurts from the trip when I picked up the big suitcase at the hotel, and I'm sure I pulled a muscle. So I'm still dealing with that. That's just not fun. And work is still work. There's really no one there. Though something did happen. This is funny. I have a coworker, and she's really, really nice. And she's one of the people that comes in every once in a while, but I don't see her because she works in a different part of the building. But she works in the department that I supervise, and she knows I have a sweet tooth. And every once in a while, will bring something in that is just amazing. Well, I got to my desk Monday after I did Guy's Daily Drive then. And lo and behold, there was a metal box that had these cool glasses in it that kind of, I'm not sure how to describe it. It has like these prisms and reflects the light in such a way that it looks like, elves and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. But the other things that she left were a package of Oreos, and not just your plain, average, everyday Oreos, which are fabulous, by the way, but gingerbread flavored Oreos. And I do like me some gingerbread, and I was blown away at seeing an Oreo box filled with gingerbread Oreos on my desk. And I went down to thank her. And we were talking about Oreos, and I was telling her that my wife is not a big fan of the flavored Oreos. And she's always complaining if I bring home some Oreos and they're not like the regular or the double stuffed Oreos, which, she still complains about, but still gobbles them up. She doesn't like the flavored ones, and she always complains if I bring them home. So we were talking about that, and the woman at work was telling me about this other kind that she had, which were the not pumpkin, apple cider flavored Oreos, like the apple cider donuts that are popular this time of year. And I was like, oh, those sound really, really good. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for those. And she reaches up into her cube and she pulls out another pack of Oreos, and it's the apple cider donut Oreos, and handed them to me. And I was like, I can't take these. You were planning on giving them to one of her friends. And she was like, I have. She basically assured me she has several packs of these. When she found them, she like grabbed a couple of them. And so I didn't really fight that hard. It's like, oh no, oh, I can't take these. Please give them to me post haste. And she did. So I took a picture of them and I sent them to Tracy. And sure enough, she complained, oh, I don't like those kind, blah, 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 blah. And I get home that night and we finish with dinner and we're just kind of sitting around watching some TV. And I go and I bring the apple cider Oreos over to like where we're watching TV, and I open them, and she gets this look of disdain, like, oh, I don't want these. But when I opened the pack, the smell kind of wafted out of them, and I could see her kind of, and she reached over and she took one, and she ate it. And she was like, wow, these are really, really good. And I was like, yeah, aren't they? Oh, and it was the same thing with the gingerbread ones. I went and got those, and we had a couple of those too. And ever since then, that was Monday. Or no, sorry, Tuesday. That was Tuesday. Ever since then, they have been vanishing at a rapid rate. And both containers are now almost gone. I don't know if she's having any while I'm at work. She's certainly, she can have as many of them as she wants. If she eats the whole thing, then, let's see, sounds like an awesome colleague. She is. She really is. Her first name is Amelia. I'm not going to say what her last name is, but she is awesome. And I don't really talk much about where I work and the people that I work with, and that's on purpose. But the people I work with, far and away, are some of the nicest, most generous people that I've worked with in my long career. And I try my best to take care of them, and they try their best to take care of me. Some of the things that I do, and I haven't recently because of COVID and the fact that there's just not that many people in the office. For holidays, when holidays would come up, and we're a 24/7 operation. So even if it's like a big holiday, that we have people there, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, all of the holidays, we have people working. And I feel bad that they have to be there. So we try to do things like we reduce the shift down to just a single person. Not that it matters now with COVID, but just down to a single person, because it's not usually that busy anyway. And the other thing that I've done in the past is I've brought food in, usually pizza, but depending on the holiday, like on Christmas Day, you can't forget pizza on Christmas Day. You can't find it. And there's not many restaurants even open. But I always try to find something to bring into them so that they understand that I appreciate the fact that, that they're there. That, it's just not like, oh, well, sucks to be you, that kind of thing. And there's a lot of people like that out there. And I don't understand that mentality. If someone is performing a service for you, or because of their circumstances and how they're working, don't just look at it as, well, too bad for them, they should have done blah, 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 blah. Be appreciative of the fact, like, say, if you go out on a holiday to a restaurant, the people that are working that restaurant, I'm sure, would rather be with their families or their boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, than standing there, taking your order, and smiling and bringing you food. So if you go out on a holiday and you're eating in a restaurant, the typical for a tip is 20%. Tip more than 20% on a holiday. Because that's how you show your appreciation for the service people that are providing a service for you. You know, don't be a jerk. And even if for whatever reason the service may not be the greatest because they're swamped and they don't have that many people there, or whatever the case may be, don't blame the server. They're doing the best that they can. So tip well, especially on holidays. So, you know, I actually haven't done much this week, and a lot of that has been because of my back. I didn't go bowling because of my back. I didn't want to aggravate it. And we currently have a yard full of leaves. We have lots of leaves down in our yard. And I don't know if I'm going to be able this weekend to get any of it up. It's going to depend on how my back is. And it's fine. My back is fine. If I'm just sitting here like this in the car, it's fine. Or if I'm sitting at the computer and not moving around, it's okay. But the moment I try to do a lot of bending or stooping over or, you know, rapid movements that involve my back, then it starts to hurt again. So, I mean, we'll see. At this point, I think I would be willing to hire some neighborhood kids and say, look, just rake all those up and I'll give you some money. I don't even know what that would charge, what that would cost, because I've always done, and I'm not a big yard work person, but I've always, whatever there was to do, if Tracy didn't do it, then I did it. So we'll see. Maybe going into the future, I'm at that age where I just can't do the things physically that I did when I was younger. You know, it's kind of what happens as you get older. You can pretend that it doesn't really affect you, but it does. Or you can just give in, which I don't want to do either. So I'm going to find, I think, a happy medium where I do what I can, and when I hurt myself, I let somebody else do it. There's the solution right there. Perfect solution. So if you want to get a hold of me, podcast@vertshark.com or guy@mymac.com is the email addresses. You can find me on the Twitters. I am VertShark. Rock. No. Or Mac Parrot. Rock. There we go. You can also help contribute to the continual madness that is Guy's Daily Drive and the mymac.com podcast, my main two shows, by going to patreon.com/MacParrot. You can buy me a coffee, ko-fi.com/MacParrot, or PayPal by going to paypal.me/MacParrot. What's going on here? I will wait for these cars to go by. You can, still gonna wait. You can also find all of the videos by going over to my YouTube channel and like, share, subscribe. My YouTube channel, just go over there and look up VertShark. It'll all be there. Or you can actually go to my website, which is vertshark.com, which gets all the audios and videos, and occasionally, not often these days, unfortunately, some writing. I don't do nearly as much writing as I would like to, and I need to get back into that habit again, and it's something that you have to